What's up, everybody? What's up? Masturbate. Who's here? We've got Tournament Tuesday. So, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yep. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, 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 yep. All right, the coffee is just kicking in. Welcome, everybody. So we are. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay, here we go. Profile, team, Pawnda and Horses Club. Where is it? There it is. And then Pawnda July Blitz Swiss. Scheveningen is here. And sandbagging at 2146. Stockholm 1937, Great Olympiad, Asterby. Getting close to the Second World War there. But that was still a very, very, very strong chess Olympiad, if I recall. Dubrovnik, where I was very close to last week. Interesting. Ziegen. Fischer versus Dieter Keller. What, I don't know if I thought Fischer played, maybe not. Maybe he didn't play in 70. I remember a photo of Fischer playing Dieter Keller. I think it was from Olympiad, but maybe it was a different, well, it couldn't be. Ziegen. There was probably one Olympiad. What's up? Miles plays chess. Hi, I can't play. I'm new to lichess. Don't know why you can't play. Because your account's less than 14 days old. Okay, that's a possibility. We do have that rule in place. We have that rule in place. Are you part of the club? The club? What club? What is that? It looks like Foghorn Leghorn from my perspective. I'm good. Playing the US Open. Oh my god, the US Open. Wait, it's in somewhere like the Lake States? The Great Lake States? Like, is it in Michigan or something? I've never been. Oh, Wisconsin. Okay. Milwaukee. I've never really been to the Great Lakes states, sadly. I guess it's it's a tournament. It's already U.S. Open. Okay, it's early for U.S. Open now. Is it like the first week of August usually? I thought it was later. It was almost always like the first week of August. So that's like an early. That's an early U.S. Open. It was kind of weird to hear you say that. I played a few U.S. Opens, maybe 4. Always on the East Coast, though. But it was always, like, definitely the first week of August. I don't remember a U.S. Open being... But maybe they have been. I'm not an expert. They've been in late July. I don't know. So, guys, we got the tournament link up there. It's a Swiss, 7-round Swiss. What would chess be without silly mistakes? Better quality games. You back to NA? No, what? No, I'm never going back. I'm going back to visit in late September, but not planning on moving back. The median price of homes in the United States is now like $450,000. Yeah, I'm too poor to afford that. You need to be like a Nepo baby. Yeah, I mean, if I was like the spawn of a CEO or something, maybe. Really, you have to be very poor but ideally very rich to live in the United States. Okay, so we got Pawnda, July Blitz Swiss, or at least have a good job. You know, I can't get a decent job because I'm a chess player, sadly. Anyways, all right, Sparkle Horse, AIM, Cianti. This is a new player in the team, practicing always. Skaveningen, who's lurking there with the relatively low blitz rating, a long time member of our team. Asterbait, of course, also a long time member of the team. So what's up, everybody? We've got a couple strong players already. You know, 4 players, 2,200 plus, approx. But you know, we need more low-rated players. We need to appeal to low-rated players to fill out these sort of tournaments. Miles isn't in there. Maybe he'll play. Oh, but you're at the U.S. Open. Stefano lurking. Okay, so this is a Swiss. We're starting, actually, is it 9 minutes? 9 minutes. I was in Croatia last week for vacation. So this is my second stream back. No chess there. But I was going to play in Romania in August, and I decided to stay home. So our next tournament is going to be the World Senior in Gallipoli, in Italy. Let me see something here. My next tournament won't be until, yeah, actually, pretty long. So, but I gotta be selective. Really, my rating's low enough. You know, people just playing everything, and that's why they're 1900 now. All right, video. No, I need what do I got? Brain freeze. I want to fix something here. World Senior donation bar, donation goal. All right, you know, some people might watch on YouTube. Let's do that, and then text me. All right, we got everything sorted out. So we're starting in like 7 minutes. It's just a Swiss, just 5+3. This is going to be a quick one. I think it only lasts about 2 hours. How did you not know? Usually they're marked on the team score sheets. Oh, okay, I remember you blah, blah, blah. Found out from a recent Open Rapid I went to that I beat an NM in my last Classical FIDE event. They're marked on the team score sheets of the master letters. Master letters. I go to every tournament. I put like I am on my shirt in big letters. In the 4NCL, okay. Well, that's not a thing. I mean, NM. Is it? I mean, I don't understand the whole thing. But NM it's a like national master title. That's not a FIDE title or something. So how do you defeat an NM in like the UK, where you don't even have NMs? It's like a US traditionally US based title, and I guess other countries have something similar. It's a national title, basically. I don't know what you're doing in the UK, though. Now that you changed your rating system, maybe this sort of thing exists now. Guys, 5 players? Are you serious? Closer to the US. Life Master Tale. Oh my god, I don't know what that is anymore. Okay. That whole idea was sort of concretely confusing. Alright, anyway, only 5 players. Guys, we gotta have at least 10. We got 5 minutes. Asterbait, fire out another fire another email out of the email cannon. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, I've been away for 2 weeks, so people forgot about even doing this. Yesterday, Jesse Cry became the national, U.S. Senior Open champion. It was funny. Or anyway, maybe before yesterday. Oh, I guess they were having that at the U.S. Open. Now I get it. That's probably like a U.S. Open related tournament. I understand now. Now it all makes sense. So what's the point of playing in the U.S. Senior Open? You can like beat a bunch of clowns my age and then somehow qualify for the juicy billionaire Sinkfield Senior Championship or something. He gets to like get invited to some Sinkfield party or something. Congratulations, Jesse. I looked at the cross table and scanning the last round pairings, I've never lost to anyone in the whole tournament. I was like plus one with a lot of draws. I think I had like 1 win and 7 draws against the field from the U.S. Senior Open. Hardly any players. It's odd, actually. You know, hardly any players I've even played. But of course, you've got the U.S. Open in kind of a weird place, right? If the U.S. Open is in like Michigan or Wisconsin or whatever, I've never played chess, obviously, in Wisconsin, so there's probably like locals. Ben Feingold region. Okay, so actually, I don't even know where Ben Feingold was from originally, but he lived in Michigan for a long time. I guess I thought he was from Michigan, but he moves around. The Ben Feingold Lucky Sperm Club. All right. Anyway, a little Larry Ellison joke. All right, we got Sparkle Horse, AIM, Scianti, Redusa, practicing always. This game we didn't get a miles, but this is strong. Astrobate is the only player under 1900. The only player under 1900. All right, 42 is here. Stefano, 1899. 42. Come on, we need at least one more. We can't start with less than 10. We need Mr. Coffee jump in there. You might have to be a filler for one round. You can't play today. It's your daughter's birthday. Shouldn't even be here chatting. Shame on you. Just kidding. Yeah. Play one round. Guys, we need one more player to round out the field to 10 players. Come on. Don't be less than 9. Do I have to sit out the first round? Somebody jump in there, because come on, this is embarrassing. Oh. Thanks, Arsenal fan. I'm proud of myself. I'm always proud of myself. 9 players. Can we get one more? Coach, you want to jump in there? I can lower the requirement to no restriction, so that Coach can jump in and we can have 10 players. I don't think he's even watching anymore. Probably left. Whatever. Good Sladgy. Let's see. Team. It's a quiet Tuesday here. I lowered the restriction to, no time-based restriction on joining the tournament. Normally I make it 14 days, but we don't have enough players. Come on. We can get more players, but it's stupid to have 9 instead of 10. Mr. Coffee, you're gonna get fired if I force you to play? Come on. Someone's not gonna show up. One of the games will be a forfeit. There's no sense in me dropping out, because if I drop out... There it is. There's 10. Alright, Addy entered. So nobody else joined. Well, no, it's okay. If someone else wants to join, no problem. We have at least 10 now. I was afraid of that, Mr. Coffee. Work is a bitch. Alright. Anyway, I lowered the requirement to no 14 days being on lichess, but whatever. 100 games is in effect to join the team. Sparkle Horse, AIM, reduce... here we go. Alright. First round. I don't know what came over me. I'm playing Skaveningen in the first round. You sandbagged, man. You sandbagged. He's one of the best players in the tournament. He sandbagged his rating down from like 2300 to 2150 so he could play. Look at that. Bullet 24. I'm not going to start with e4. He's a Nightdwarf player. I don't feel like a sharp game. I don't feel like a sharp game when I'm not warmed up. Alright. But what can I do? I have to stick to my guns. No Sicilian. The point was to not play the Sicilian. I could play g3 there. That's a good move order. You know, the best move order, I think, if you want to play a fianchetto. Alright, I gotta remember this is 5-3, so we don't have the normal amount of time to banter chess. Here we go. E4. What other option do I have there? What other option is there besides e4? Oh yeah, wait. I don't have... What's my other option? Knight c3? That's not great. How did I get a Benoni against... I don't understand. How did I get a Benoni with that 2700? What was his name? Okay, bro. I have this mental block. The Ukrainian that I played a few years ago. Whatever. The Latvian Ukrainian who moved back to Ukraine like right before the war. Good timing. Okay, so Skavenik is playing, if you're playing Chias, you know, if you're playing the Nightdwarf, then playing the Accelerated Dragon is not the same thing. Dragonfly Hunter! An old friend. Dragonfly Hunter, good to see you. How are things in Alligator Alcatraz? They should turn it into like a theme park. It would be great for like MAGA tourists and stuff. What am I doing? What am I doing? Why does this seem so strange for me? I'm supposed to play Queen D2? Why is it even like necessary? I don't know anything. Alcaraz. I know. All of Florida's Alligator Alcatraz. Trump's so stupid he wanted to like reopen the real Alcatraz. Can you imagine how impractical that is? Queen A5? It's like turned into a museum. Plus, I imagine the infrastructure would be like billions of dollars to rebuild it or something. This is so stupid. Alright. Knight D7. You think I know how to play the white side of... You think I know how to play the white side of this? after millions of years of playing the Accelerated Dragon. But it seems like the more I play the white side of the Accelerated Dragon, I play badly. I do badly against someone that's sound. You think like playing against one of your own favorite openings would be easy, but I'm. And by the way, how did I manage to get transposed to an e4 opening? I didn't want to play e4. He still managed to force me to play a Sicilian. But I'll take it. I didn't want to play a Najdorf. Just not prepared for that. Not the first game. When I haven't played all day. I didn't sleep. Great last night. But I've been exercising and feeling pretty good in general. Jesse Cry put on Facebook. He never posts on Facebook. He put on Facebook like, thanks to Chess Dojo, which is like him, right, for the chess training, because he won the U.S. Senior Open. Dude, it's your own thing. You don't have to check like, thank your own like forum for okay. Thanks to Chess Dojo and like some and also he thanks his like. He has some kind of gym or something he goes to. So he thanks for the physical training. So cheesy. I like Jesse, but he outclassed the field at the U.S. Senior. There wasn't anyone really strong in there at all. So he was a huge favorite. There was another guy, I don't understand this, really. There's this other IM that basically stopped playing chess around 1990, Doug Root, who I've never even like seen in the flesh. And everyone else has lost a ton of points. Jesse's under 2,500, and he's definitely younger than Doug Root. U.S. My like lifetime peak USCF rating is like 2515 or something. And Doug Root is like 2530 USCF, even though he must be like 70. Well, he has to be around 70, or at least like late 60s. How the fuck is he 2533 USCF? I mean, talk about the rating freeze. Bro, everyone else like lost all their points. Doug Root, like he's the top seed, 2533. Since the dude hardly played at all during my entire chess career, I find it exceedingly hard to believe that he would be still 2,500 strength USCF. And another interesting one was in the World Senior registration list, Sal Matera has registered, and Sal Matera I never met, and he's a New York, New Jersey native who I only heard of like in biblical stories when I was a little kid. The local Jersey players were like, "Oh, Sal Matera, yeah, I played Sal." And all my life I never even saw Sal Matera. I played chess in the United States for like 25 years. Yeah, this is very strong for white. And so the guy is like 24. He's like 2,400 FIDE. After not having played chess for like 25 years, I'm sorry, brah, but yeah, I guess the Glicko system would be appropriate in these sort of cases. I mean, other people have done this. I mean, like Yasser kept his rating in the freezer. Nunn did it to a certain extent. When Nunn came out of retirement and like played in the senior tournaments, it was like 2,600. It's like, yeah, good luck with that, bro. But it's still like kind of ridiculous. This is crazy, Doug Root, higher rated ranking than Jesse in the World Senior. I mean in the US Senior Championship. Right. Like whatever, dude. Jesse's like 10 years younger, 15 years younger and way more active. How could the other guy possibly be higher rated? It's so stupid. We have a very good position here. 2 bishops. But it looks like our opponent is going to speed mode. Are you threatening me? We don't want that knight be getting to like c3 or something. His moves seem to be coming faster. Can I play f4? That's a good move. That's a fucking good move, f4. Damn it, you had h5. Oh no, that's a good move too. Fuck. You had h5 blockading. That's why I didn't like f4. Shit. We're still clearly better. So Skavening, it's interesting, he like played kind of slowly. Now he's just suddenly speeding up. Anyway, my point of all this bullshit I'm talking about is the concept of people like putting their rating in the freezer coming back 20 years later. Man, yeah, I mean, not a lot of those players around, and yeah, you should try to play where you're going to get to play these people whose ratings are old. I wouldn't mind playing a field full of people who haven't played in 20 years. This looks like plus minus clear advantage to white, yeah. Razzi, no. Magnus would torture you here, for sure. Or in any position. I know how thankless the black side Razzi is. Doesn't that lose a pawn? What am I missing here? He's just giving up a pawn. He's giving up a pawn hoping to get like a blockade. Your king is so far away. It doesn't matter. Oh no. Yeah, I mean, it might not be that easy. B4, B5. First of all, I don't know if I can win this. But I'll move a pawn. My king is more dominant. Wow. Threatening bishop E1. What? Yeah, I'm still not sure if I was winning. We have to be winning now. Alright, was this definitely winning? There was a draw. Coach 100 and Holscher? Or they're just late? Oh, they're just late. Okay. Holscher is a new player. Coach 100 is a new player. We have 3 minutes between rounds, so I have a very quick look at that endgame. Was it a draw? Jesus, it was a draw. So f4 was a serious blunder. What the heck is f4? I was even worse. I blundered something. Rook ac1 blunder. Oh my god. That's why. Why did I play rook c1? Why did I do that? Phew, bro. I blundered knight c4. Not a good warm-up. But anyway, he's drawing until move 42. Better king. Half the pawns are on light squares, half the pawns are on dark squares. But you still had the blockade. Yeah, I mean, I've drawn a lot of games like that myself. That was a draw. It was a draw up to this point, it looks like. Maybe not that easy, but probably some tricks. So, Scheveningen, I was a little bit lucky there. I don't know what was up with that blunder b5. What was it? b5, no, a6, right? He played a6. Yeah, he just like forgot I could play b4 or something. He prevented me from going to b5 with my king, like forgetting that my point was to play b4. It was weird. There's 14 players now, not 10 players. Jeroen has joined, and ITP Veer, who's also new. We actually have 14 players. Stefano won. There's a bunch of upsets. Stefano beat Redusa. 42 beat Adi. Oh my god. There's like 2 upsets out of 5. That's not bad. I almost drew. Scheveningen. I blundered knight takes e4 in the opening. I don't know what came up for me. I like never put my rook ac1 in the Marazzi. We should have no problem playing 7 rounds. Hopefully a few more players will join, but this is a small field. Usually it's 20 to 30. But the Swisses are a little bit less. But I didn't stream for the last couple weeks, so I think some people sort of forgot it's the summer. Anyway, casual tournament. I don't know what got into me, but I started to want to play the Caro Khan. Now this guy is a London. You're not going to play the London, are you? You don't want to play the London. Is practicing always here? Oh, I have a bad feeling about this. When they open with d4, it's usually a London. You can't play the King's Indian in the London. That's illegal. Nobody in the right mind plays King's Indian in London. You can't be named King's Indian Defense if you play the London. That would be completely illegal and illogical. Alright. I'm glad you played Bishop d2, because I have more trouble facing... I have more difficulty facing knight d2. I think knight d2 is a better move, but it's also more complex. So it's harder for both white and black to play, in my opinion. I have a terrible score with knight b2. With white, I'm like 0 for 3, I think, playing it, and with black, it's not great either. But this is a main line. So I can play either b6 or d6. d6, queen c7. Normally not queen c7. This is a move. Practicing always. This is such a weird stream name. It's a weird stream name. It's the only word I can think of. Practicing always. Well, you can always castle. Castling is an option. You're already 30 seconds ahead of me, but it's 5 plus 3. I'm not playing a lot of 5 plus 3, so I'm used to playing like longer time controls. Played a few 10-0s yesterday. What is Rookie 1? That's kind of a weird move. Rookie 1 allows for knight d2, knight f1, knight e3. Classic maneuver. Jay Bonin. New York IM. Loves to play knight f1 in the BOGO. An idea that had never really occurred to me. It's one thing if you do it in the Joko piano. Here. You know, if your knight is misplaced in the BOGO because of a pawn on b4, a lot of times you end up going back to b1 after eliminating the pawn on b4. When in doubt, Master Louis. When in doubt, castle. Yeah. King safety is underrated. The number one tag. It should be the number one tag. If you have to tag like important features of chess games. If the object of the game is to checkmate the king, then king safety should be top priority. Alright. So you're all about the white square. Speaking of bad bishops, now you can't play knight e1. Where does the other knight go? You know, it goes to h4. I'm thinking too much here. We gotta play a little bit of instinct here. I can't think this much in 5 plus 3 time control. I never really streamed 5 plus 3, so I might play 5-3 on my phone, but I'm not having to like talk about the games while I play them. So it's a different thing. 7. What do we do? We did some 5 plus 3s on Friday, though. That's true. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel kind of sort of lethargic today. Bishop h3, good move. A good move. The idea is preempting me. It's a very strong move. You know, even if I have to trade it off, though, it doesn't matter. It's fine. I don't want to see... Yeah. Oh, he plays knight h4 anyway. Damn, dude. Yeah, I don't remember... We played once against Practicing Always. I do not have any recollection of that. What are you doing? You're trying to play f4? I mean, I don't understand. So I can play it anyway, bishop c8 anyway. Well, the thing is, like, we're going to see what he's up to. Aha. Queen e3. Well, that's an interesting idea. Practicing Always. Can you let me know if you're like a Smurf account? Why does Practicing Always have so few games? 53, 41, 10. I mean, dude, you have 100 rated games on the site. That's almost nothing. And, you know, it feels like you're all at home here. So a lot of times people play on my stream under numerous accounts. And then, you know, I'll not know I'm playing someone that I know. You know, this will be like the third account that they played me with. That's what a Smurf account means. You mean to disparage? No. I mean, dude, have you played me? Do you have other accounts? Because you must have more than 100 games. If you have another account, that's like no accounts. That's like no games. You're basically totally new to lichess, is what I'm saying. So you just started playing on lichess. I see. Yeah, good. I hate chess.com. But people will often like switch their accounts. It's fine. Just I'd like to know. I just like to know if I've played you under a different account. No need to hide our identities here. I'm going to ask this question to anybody with 100 games that seems comfortable in my stream. You remind me of someone I knew. What now? We get that a lot. Well, one thing is like people that I banned and stuff. They'll you know, want to come back, and so they'll just create another account. Shocking, huh? I don't think I'm gonna let that knight live. You know. But a very universal and sensible style by white. Quick, practical. What about my knight on e8? Yeah. This is a bad move. Perhaps. Perhaps it is. My knight on e8. I like knight on e8, Arsenal fan. I do like my knights on e8. We want to make sure that they can't move anywhere useful. Nothing like a knight on e8 against a good bishop. Right, Arsenal fan? An extra pawn in the endgame is no match. A bad knight with an extra pawn in the endgame is no match for a good bishop. Thanks, but no thanks. I've played chess long enough not to go into the endgame. Funny thing happened on the way to the Coliseum. I accidentally offered, Jesus Christ, f4. Oh my god. I accidentally offered Arsenal fan a draw in our correspondence game. You're like, how do you accidentally offer someone a draw? What was I even trying to click when I did that? It was kind of weird. Huh. Okay, this is pretty weird. Double check, triple check. I do not like playing f6, but where's the dude's time going? Now, Repunj Bansal wouldn't play d4, right? You wouldn't play d4 if you were Repunj Bansal. I don't know. Maybe I don't want to do that. Make up your mind, man. Yeah. Very Repunj Bansal-like. Don't you think, guys? Like, who's Repunj Bansal? Uh-huh. No, but d4 isn't really his thing. What the hell is going on? Queen d2. My knight has been nothing but issues this game. Wait a second. Takes, you takes. Takes, you takes. If you takes, you takes. What can you do? It is a kind of stupid time control. 3 seconds increment. I like 5 better. Alright, we got something. Oh, did you have Queen H6 there? Couldn't possibly work. That's an ugly situation. Yeah, I mean, you had some chances. This game wasn't at all clear until the end. I'm not... Wow, you were, like, winning. Why? You were totally winning? You had a tactic. What was it? You must have had a tactic for like 7 moves that you didn't play or something. Not really a good game. What is that iceberg there? What, did you have some sort of tactic you missed for 7 moves in a row? Why is he +2? What did he do? He missed like a forced win? 7 moves in a row? I don't understand. Everything was normal until this point. You played f4, which is a really risky move. So my f6 was double question mark. Okay, but why? Why is it so double question mark? I expected you would trade on e5. You would play rook takes f8 check, king takes, queen h6 check, whatever. King g8, and so what? You know, knight takes g6. I have it covered because of takes, knight g7. You don't have bishop e6. I can chop it. There's discoveries. Why is f6 such a double question mark blunder? fe5, I can't recapture? What? Rook f8, where's the win? Queen h6 check, okay. And now king h1 with a winning position for white. Are you serious? That's insane. King g2 with a winning position for white. Why does white have a winning position here? I don't really understand. I mean, he has some space. That's crazy. Am I down a piece or something I don't know about? That is really weird, guys. I do not quite understand. I could understand if white was slightly better, but winning? I'm a little bit confused. King h1 or king g2. Exchange sack, bishop e6. I mean, dude, that's crazy. I'm going to have to take a serious look at that. I mean, I realize, like, maybe f6 is risky. You might have something, but I calculated. I didn't see anything clear. There was nothing clear. And it says, like, +4 for white. You're up no material. I have 2 good knights. You don't have an obvious breakthrough. That is crazy. Like, neither of us... Yeah, well, I don't know. What are my alternatives to playing f6? I have to give up the center, and I'm, like, collapsing. Well, obviously, rook takes c5. I was guarding against that. Arsenal fan, do you know how many times I've, like, blundered rook takes c5 in the BOGO? Or c5 type breaks? Acerbate! Acerbate, you better not leave the game, or just lose on time. I mean, that's... How many games have I lost? Very aware of c5. Actually, I lost like that in a BOGO against Bertzish Dave once. Exactly. Exactly. Blundering. It's in the best combinations of first Saturday. I have a good position. Same thing, dark square blockade. And suddenly I just let him do like an exchange sack on c5. And my whole position collapses. Same exact thing. Very aware of it, you know. But what the heck? Queen h6 check, king g8. Okay. I don't even see the win. I mean, e6 is guarded by my knight on c5. Oh, I get it now. So Arsenal's just saying, look, it's unstoppable. But wait, I get it. But so he has to move his king. Then I can play like knight to g7. So the knight on g7 is like guarding against bishop e6 check. You know what I mean? Where he's got knight on h4. I play knight g7, guarding e6 a second time. Asterby, what are you doing? Take back. What are you doing? You're not allowed to do that. That's bullshit, man. So what does he do after knight g7? Why is he winning? You know, there's something there, something very... Asterby, this is horrible. This is horrible. I think Asterby needs to go back to... What was the move order? Sticking with like one thing. He's been like throwing a lot of stuff out there with white. b3, knight f3, d4. I think Asterby needs to kind of narrow it back down to like a more rigid repertoire so he can really hone his skills. Because at this point, playing too many things with white, you know? Where's Butterfly Hunter? The Invisible Man. Yeah, I mean, maybe there's some combos. He can also play knight f3 and threaten the devastating knight g5. But that takes 2 moves, you know? I'll accept that white is like winning, but 4.5? I mean, Jesus. Yeah, if you can see like 15 moves in a row, that's pretty harsh. Alright, Aspate. Quite an effort there. So let's follow another game here. 42. Guess the opening. Let's play Guess the Opening. Scandinavian. 42 is playing d4 lately. So Scandinavian would be unlikely. But this definitely feels like an e4 opening. Asterbate, how can you play d4 when my entire position is designed to stop it? You just play it anyway. You need to start taking your medication. And so do I. Wasn't happy with what you did in the simul. You just timed out in the opening. We're going to need to take it a little more seriously. Did you see your pawn sack in the what? In the engine you played against? English. You're English, you can't even spell English? Are you fucking kidding me? Wow, these guys are worse than I thought. Alright. Boris Johnson. I couldn't figure out what it was. It was such a typo, you normally can recognize the word. It took me like a minute to realize it was English. It's like, what word is this mistyped? Alright, I'll take a look. What do you guys bet the opening was? Oh, see, it's e4. It was e4. 42 is back to his old tricks. Aliakim with knight c3. Okay. White avoids the exchange of queens, goes long, and it becomes like a Petrov kind of thing. Like a Nimzovich Petrov. Oh my god. Bishop a6. What did we say about 99% of tactics don't work? That's a neat idea. You got to admit. Hope mate. Arsenal approved. Knight f3, knight f6, c4, g6. Okay. Oh, the same line that I had? Oh, d4. Cool. I can play d4. Just a full-on pawn sack. It, you know, it's the first thing that occurred to me. And I immediately rejected it without really thinking. Right. I want to play it intuitively. And I was like, oh, fuck, he has a knight on c6. I would definitely play it if he had to take it with his bishop on g7. Huh. But I got like a good development lead. Yeah, that's cool. That's interesting. No, if I could play d4, in fact, it's very similar to some other variations where d4 can be played earlier. It looked very similar. What am I thinking of? Some other Neo Grunfeld. Neo Grunfeld. Say it again. Neo Grunfeld. Let's see the field, guys. Who's in here? Spark Horse, Astrobate, Holscher. How did you get 2 points, Astrobate? You got a bye and a forfeit. Wow. That's impressive, Astrobate. How does Astrobate get to the podium? Holscher is new. It's a strong player, 2300. 2300. That's cool. 1979. Oh, he's got a pawn up rook in game. I don't know who ITP Veer is, but a very high bullet rating. I can't tell you guys how strong I have this desire to like write a blog about the problem with modern chess, attention deficit and bullet chess. But whatever. 42, I just can't bring myself to write blogs. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll create content on another forum. Alright, teams, we have a request to join the team. Emmanuel. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, they've got the skull icon. They have a skull icon, and they've been violating the terms of service 4 years ago. Jesus, dude. I don't think so. Nothing but trouble there. They're like a devil worshipper. No devil worshippers. Yeah, Arsenal fan, I'll check that out. That's a cool idea. I like that. What else? 42, Stefano, practicing always. So, AIM Seanti Dewey, who I don't know, but invited me to a team. They left the tournament, and now they're like playing other tournaments outside. Okay, well, fine. You're perfectly allowed. Please don't forfeit, guys. If you withdraw, then withdraw. But don't drop the game. What they did is incorrect. You have to withdraw. It's a Swiss, not an arena. Very bad form. Ruslan Bear is back. Arsenal fan. What do you do? You're just joining late? Screw your daughter's birthday. No, I'm just kidding. She said it was okay. You've been losing all my games today. Got a toothache from hell. I have like lockjaw or something. I was grinding my teeth. I have this, I don't use my like guard, my teeth guard. I got years ago for like grinding my teeth. It's just too impractical. And I was grinding my teeth when I'm stressed. That's why you need to take your antidepressants, for example. Now I have like fucking lockjaw. I hurt my jaw. I have like a jaw injury from grinding my teeth. No good can come of grinding your teeth, folks. You ruin Miles Redusa. Like 15 years ago, I went to the dentist and they prescribed for me this like night guard that you wear in your teeth to prevent you from. It's uncomfortable and it's just weird. I can't sleep with this thing in my mouth. It might be an ear infection. No, that's true. I thought of that, of course. The first thought is ear infection. But I haven't been in the water and I'm freaking grinding my teeth because I forgot to take my antidepressants. I think my only, it's like a way of coping with anxiety. It's very common. People grinding their teeth, like even in their sleep. Okay, I talk about weird stuff here on the stream. Reduce 0-2 and out. Yaron is here, so we have Miles and Miasmic, 1 loss and out. Guys, don't forget to withdraw. Alright, let's watch Holscher still playing. Holscher is nuclear. Oh. I don't know anything about ITV, but this isn't simple. You've got lots of passed pawns. But it's quality versus quantity. It is a lot of passed pawns. I suspect that Hulscher is winning, but he's low on time. Actually, it is black's move, though, but I mean, it probably doesn't matter. That's a lot of passed pawns. Although, the one thing that could happen here is that white could end up with the classic C and A, or, you know, rook and bishop pawn endgame, like rook and bishop pawn versus no pawns. If that happens, it can be a draw. However, Hulscher's A and C pawns are fairly far advanced. You know, if they get much more advanced, he'd be heading in that kind of endgame with a pretty good lead. Oh, that was a problem. Black had E3. He had to play rook F3. But this shouldn't really change anything. I don't know if Black did the right thing there. White is blockaded these two pawns. Was there another move for Black rather than E3? That's a huge mistake by Black. Actually, E3 is a massive blunder. He should take on G3. Just try to eliminate all the kingside pawns and somehow draw. Black's only chance is to draw. So E3 is like a massive blunder, actually. Or you think he can just go back? Well, maybe it's okay, huh? What do you want, to draw now? Seriously? White's got no time. Black's got to be happy with the draw, but does White have an option for more? You know, White should be trying to win somehow. You can't take on F5. Yeah, he's got a problem. He's got to take the draw. So maybe rook F3 was a mistake. Wait a sec. E3. You can't take on F5. Oh no, it doesn't matter, I guess. So maybe E3 forces a draw? Really? Wow. It is a draw. Wow. So it was a draw. So White had been winning until move 49, playing the natural king b5. So this king b5 was hesitant. It was too hesitant. He takes for granted that he's probably winning, but it's surprising that it's not so easy. Not so easy. All right, guys. Next round. I play Hulscher, even though he's a point behind. This will be round 4. Practicing always, Acerbate or IPVR. There's 4 players in that point group. Skaveningen is, I think, one of the best players, although he's probably been inactive. You know, he used to be like 2400 in Blitz. So I don't know what's up with that 2146. 42. Speaking German. Der Kubrahuscher. It's a Kubrahuscher. Spielt. Sehr gut. We have multiple Germans now. That always makes me feel at home. My German ancestry. I have double German ancestry. 50% German. So, yeah. I'm 50% German on both sides of my family tree. But not in the recent past. Pre 1900. All right, so we got Sparkle Horse Hulscher. Those guys will play in the 2-point group, and then a bunch of players with Adai Stefano with 1.5, a bunch of players with 1. Watch out for Jeroen. He can play some chess, and it looks like the rest of them are out except for Ruslan Bear is in. Okay, Coach 100 is in, and Arsenal fan is in. Well, hopefully nobody withdraw. Nobody withdraw without withdrawing. I wish I knew how to speak German. My wife is a German translator, and I know nothing about German. It's kind of stupid. Alright, here we go. Boom! We're playing Holscher. That looks like, what is that, a bison? He's got a bison or some sort of large animal. Alright. Am I ready to play e4? Let's not. Because I don't know what he plays, you know. Better to just... Yeah, Arsenal, you're like a baby. You're 36? Oh, I know what I'll do. Nimzovich inspired. 1907. You're supposed to play knight to c6, like Van Scheeve. I was just analyzing this game yesterday. Nimzovich, it was Belgium, 1907. Great tournament. Rubinstein. Osip Bernstein won the tournament ahead of Rubinstein on tiebreak. Ostend, 1907. Very cool. I gotta analyze more. Okay, I'm playing reverse King's Indian. I hate when they do that. I hate when they do that. They're just like a Slav. Well, what can I do now? What are my options now? What have I done to myself? Rookie 1. I did it to myself. I played knight f3. Yeah. Whatever. It's actually got it's not a King's Indian. Because white, I mean black, didn't actually play c5. So it's one of these like not King's Indians. It's actually like a queen pawn game reversed. And neither side has anything here. But I don't like the way I'm playing this so far already. I never play like this with white. It's just lame and stupid. This is where I offer a draw to like 15-year-olds who would be like 2,600 in 10 years. 15-year-olds, 11-year-olds. Forget the 15-year-olds. This is like the way I was playing in Dal Karosh in 2017 when I played Sadwani. Okay, knight g4, what the heck is that? What is knight g4? What are you doing? You have a perfect position and you play knight g4. It's a weird move. Bughouse. For Bughouse it's good. You have knight takes f2. So that kind of gave me like a... It gave me a moment of respite. Respite! And a feeling of anger when you see Arsenal fan. It's respite. Still, a full tempo, and what do I have to show for it? For the stinking tempo. b4, a5, b5. It's a dumb idea. Bishop f1. I like it passive. Did I mention that I hate playing positions like this? It's freaking stupid. b4, a5. I hate putting my queen on c2 in the King's Indian, but it's not a King's Indian. Yeah, you like it too. Alright. I played a couple 10-minute games the other day on my Smurf account. Man, I don't know what to do. I'm really confused. He just keeps the tension, keeps the tension. b4, I want to play b4. I guess we could play b3. I feel like Boris Privman. Oh! Yeah, whatever. We'll just do this. We do all the pawns. I'm playing the Philidor. You're playing the King's Indian attack. Philidor versus King's Indian attack. The bishop on f1 is a bit weird. Well, it's weird on g2 too. It's kind of weird wherever it is. It's weird to play bishop f1 with attention in the center, Arsenal fan, but I don't like the weakness on d3. So he was threatening to like trade and play, you know, knight c5 and enter the dragon, the whole cobra. I mean, I don't want to see that, especially with a rook on e1. You know, I don't have knight e1. I can't play knight e8, my favorite move. But I end up playing this like ultra lame game. I apologize for playing like this to our new team member. But I was a little bit disappointed by c6. I hate when they do that when I'm black and they play like c3. So you don't really get a King's Indian. Now this looks weird. He's pulling his knight off the center with e5, not that well protected. So we can actually turn this into a Benoni, like chop chop. Double-edged decision to do that. Take. He could take either way. I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. But he's not going anywhere. Wendy. We haven't done any Shining references lately. Oh, I have this. But I don't know. I think I'm going to be putting my bishop back on g2. It's a Spanish. It's a lot of things. My old friends, you know, Vargas Oli and Sebe Attila, God bless them. They're like 2300 like me. They always played the Philidor a lot, and I couldn't really stomach playing the Philidor. Feels like there's a tactic here. Asterbait, do something about that bishop on b2, please. Help me do something about that bishop on b2. We're going to need to recycle. I can only sack piece for 2 pawns. Damn it. He has knight d5. Watch out. Ooh, God. Watch out for e4. The chair just collapsed. That's how bad things are getting around here. Alright, b4 or hold. This is a Benoni. I play better. That's one word. Yeah, I was disrespected to Philidor. And I think the main reason for that is like not a lot of good players would play it. You would respect it more. You could see good players playing it. It's hard to play too. That's the thing about the Philidor. It's really hard to play, but it's also hard to play against it. Like a lot of... Ooh, that's a nice move. Bishop f8. He's copying me. He stopped b4. Which means I don't know what to do. Shit. First of all, we're going to have an issue with knight c5. So things seem to be getting worse. Actually, knight c5, yeah. What do I do now? This is concerning. How do I not have any tactics? God. Takes. Takes. Wait, I have this? Takes, rook takes, knight takes, bishop takes b7, takes, e5, bishop takes g2, knight takes d7. Do you want to try this? Takes, rook takes, rook takes, bishop takes g2. No, I can't. Doesn't seem to work. Damn. I'm just worse. Just worse. I just wasted my last time calculating that. But knight takes c5, rook takes c5. And if rook takes c5, bishop takes g2, it doesn't look good. I'll just have to swindle him. I'm going to fall asleep and miss a tactic. I got to get my queen off the c file, first of all. Black's got f5. Classic Benoni. Whoa, right away? Alright, we can deal with that. Yeah, I think he was a little hesitant. I mean, he was a little impatient there. Still, it's dangerous. He was impatient. He's got 2 minutes. King g7 is a bad move. He's playing too fast. He's got Arsenal fan disease. Similar to white man's disease. Arsenal man's disease. Oh God. All right. It strikes me that maybe he doesn't do increments. It's so important to play increments, though. It's important to be able to play both, with or without increment, although maybe less and less the non-increment variety. King f6 is a really insane move. Holy shit. That's nuts. You know that? King f6 is nuts. It's straight up nuts. Now with more nuts. He played a great game, but he hurried, you know, like hurrying. Hurrying works if it's, you know, you're pressuring the player with less time in a non-increment, or even if I'm just some noob who's like gets nervous when I'm in time pressure. But against a strong player who has experience, you know, playing in this type of scenario, you never want to rush. Just gotta take your time. So, how about this? I gotta watch f3 check. Oh man. I really have to consider exchanging there, but whatever. Ooh. I think he has to exchange rooks. Oh no. Yeah. Alright. Good game, I mean, till it wasn't. So, we got one ongoing game. I just want to take a look at the line on this. It's pretty much what we thought. He outplayed me little by little until he had, you know, a significant edge, like +1 on bishop takes g2. You got a good Benoni. And, you know, but I thought there was a very bad decision here to let me take your dark square bishop. That's where he started to kind of mess up. You know, this bishop probably should try to stay on the board. Alright, because you got a lot of weaknesses on the dark squares. You know, it's actually the same pawn formation from my game with Arsenal fan. It's a Benoni. Right? Alright, practical for... I'm not playing great, you know, I'm just being, you know, experienced. Hey coach, there's a resign button. See, he's only been here for less than 14 days. 42, he didn't know that. That's... Well, he's coaching people to not resign. The most beautiful made into. Oh, you mean you went for the queen? You went for the material? Maybe I'll drink a beer. We have like 3 beer glasses in my house, and my son broke one of them. Actually, it was a wine glass, but whatever. We actually have. I think we're down to like no wine glasses and 2 beer glasses now. I need to go to IKEA or something. Need a proper beer. I don't like driving beer from a can. Yeah, didn't sleep enough last night. Yeah, I played Skevingen. I played Practicing Always. I'm gonna play Addy. I guess I played Holscher and Acerbate. Oh god, I hope I don't have to play Arsenal fan. On his daughter's birthday. I can't beat you on your daughter's birthday. Sorry about the lame openings I'm playing today. I gotta see a psychiatrist about this wanting to play the Caro-Kann all the time. I think there might be something wrong with me. I actually enjoy playing the Caro-Kann. It's like masochistic, you know? Why would anyone enjoy playing the Caro-Kann? What's wrong with me, you know? Like, I enjoy having a disadvantage from, you know, move 1. Alright. So I play Adai, who I don't know who they are. They change their country every day. Now they're from the Azores. I wanted to go to the Azores. It would be nice. We should check it out, maybe. Next trip, USA. Storage unit clean out. September. Then World Senior 50 plus in Italy. October. For the win. Practicing Always with 3, Skevingen with 3. Skevingen, I mean, I played in the round 1 game, which was bullshit because he's a good player. It's not fair for him and it's not fair for me, but he's sandbagged. Why is he 2100, bro? He's definitely 2300. It's not World Loser, of course not. Actually, I think that Skevingen played even before World Loser. You know, World Loser wasn't as strong. Well, I mean, I think that Skevingen's kind of a better player. You know, he's more... World Loser was tricky and not bad, you know, but I think that Skevingen's a little stronger. A little more correct. Yeah, World Loser's dangerous. He's tricky, he's... Am I white like every game? Was this like my 4th white out of 4 rounds? I mean, it's my fault for playing knight f3. I just don't... I'm not feeling the e4. Here we go again. I'm not feeling e4. So we're going back to the coward repertoire. My good old... The standard coward repertoire. Which I played for years. When I go to a tournament, I'm like, I'm going to play e4. And then I'm like, no, I'm not. I just cowardify. I chicken out and play like knight f3 every game. I mean, knight f3 is a good move. But I really enjoy playing e4 more. Damn. 14 day? No. What's this, bro? I don't want to report. Please be kind in the chat room. You guys are distracting me. I'm gonna blunder. But Coach 100, I made an exception to let him in the team, let him in the tournament, and he's like cursing people in the chat room. Great. All we need is a toxic player who's like allowed to play. Out of the grace of my heart, I let him play. Don't do that. A6 is a... Oh, shit. So early. It's weird. Makes me feel like I could play C5. Can I play C5? Wow. It's a weird move. I might be able to play this. It's a very similar line in the symmetrical. This is a symmetrical. But the symmetrical English where I fee and Keto, there's a similar line. I don't know. This may objectively not be that good for white, but A6 is never played. So you got to ask yourself, why is it that A6 is never ever played? You know, okay, they're better moves. I keep thinking back to this game I had in 2006 in the World Open. I was some weaker player where something similar happened. Yeah, World Loser like stopped playing on my stream because I don't know. He didn't like I was always criticizing him for playing fast, I guess. He was very kind of irritable, but so am I. See, it's like, you know, he was irritable, and I'm irritable. So he left. We broke up. But nothing. No problem. This is really bad for black. You're like strategically lost. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but okay, A5. A5 looks like a try. It's like I'm playing Acerbate here. Knight, knighty knight. What if I pile up on I-95? Are you gonna play F5? Are you gonna play knight C7, knight E6, knight E4? Triplifying on the D4 square? Wow, that's a pretty neat trick if you can get it. What if I just castle? You know. I think I should just castle. I'm just gonna castle. You can play D6. If you play D6 and I take, you have to take with the queen. So you can't do this, dude. You lose material. Dude. You've been materialized. The dematerializer. Gonna have to get creative now. So much for the beer theory. I don't have a glass. I'll drink a beer later. So what's up, guys? Thursday analysis stream. We have no donations this week. What the heck? Arsenal fan, what is that? What is that? Weekly top clips. Now there's what? Weekly top clips. Master Chess Dojo's Ladies Man. What is that? Wait a minute. What is that? What I said about Master Chess Dojo, you clipped that? Oh no. Somebody clipped that. Maybe it wasn't. It was Arsenal fan then. I don't understand why there's two chess dojos. There's like chess dojo and master chess dojo. So who like stole whose name there, by the way? Like who was first? John MacArthur or Jesse? Has anyone else wondered this question? I mean, obviously Jesse is a GM, and although for me he never seemed like a GM. He's just another guy. But isn't it weird how they both call themselves Master Chess or just Chess Dojo at the same exact time? What about copyright infringement? What if there's someone else that comes along and makes themselves like Master Chess Slaggy? What am I to do, you know? Or Chessmaster Slaggy? Stealing my thunder. This question often was a source of a loss of sleep for me. One of your most brutal losses? Uh-oh. Alright, everybody, just keep your head down. Don't look at Arsenal fan. After he loses a game, he'll bite your head off. It's best not to look at him. Just try to keep your head down. Don't draw any unwanted attention. Yeah, exchange sacrifices, not cool. Imagine if I played like f4, king f2. Okay, this is the kind of position where you could drift and not win the game. It looks like very easily. Even though, by all rights, I should be winning. I guess I should play a3. I weaken b3 with that. Screw it. You gonna sack? No. Problem with this move is that, okay, I have to play rook e1, fine. Just focus on the birthday. You don't mean they were using a computer? No investigations will be opened in that case. Oh, I'm offering draw? No, I'm not offering a draw. Whoa. Alright, check. They're booked up on computer prep. Oof. Hooked on phonics. Yeah, I don't like rook b8, so I'm going to need to come up with another move here, unfortunately. Right. Now, if you play b4, that's fine. Chop, chop. I don't want a rook in game in this situation because I think I'm looking at a lot of draws. What I want is a knight in game or a king and pawn. Having said that, there's a lot of rook games that would be winning as well, with pawns on both sides, but there's no guarantee. You know, what if this was just a straight up rook game with the rooks in normal positions, you know? Mixed bag. Rook d4. I have rook d4. This is pretty good. Yeah. Now his knight. Now with more knights. There it is. Oh no. No, not the knight endgame. Oh no, not the knight endgame. Am I blundering? The knight endgame. That's what we wanted, a knight endgame. Now I remember. Yeah, this is pretty much over. Famous last words. No rush. Sharashevsky. G5. G5 was the best move there. I don't think I should have exchanged pawns, but whatever. I should be winning here. Alright. Analysis board. I think we're winning the whole time. Pretty clean. Probably my best game where I didn't play like an idiot. I'm curious about c5 in the opening. a6, see, nobody ever plays this. So interesting, wow. Smyslov, 1972. He felt no compulsion to play c5. Arsenal fan, guys, you're both nice guys. Really, I don't want to see you harassing each other. But yeah, that can be misconstrued. Alright, so c5, interesting. d5. He has d5. But why not d6? Actually, there's a big difference. There's a small difference. Okay. Sorry, 42. Arsenal fan, you know, he sometimes like myself goes a little bit too far. All right. Don't want you guys getting into arguments. 5 points for me. Skevingen with 4. Stefano, 3.5. Holscher with 3. Practicing always with 3. Adai with 2.5. 2 for 42. Yeah. Don't leave, please. 42. I can't be responsible for Arsenal fan. No one is. I can't ban him again. We won't have any players left. We just have to somehow make up and put up with each other's neuroses. Adai, 42, Acerbate, ITP. Oh, AIM Scianti Dewey is back. But just please remember to withdraw if you guys leave. Arsenal fan, like 42 has been a very kind supporter of the stream. He's a nice guy. Seriously. He's only ever changed his screen names just for fun. He's never cheated. I would say he's totally legit. So please don't continue. He's a good guy. And he is maybe prepared in some lines. Yeah, well, you can understand how you can misunderstand that. So I think it's a misunderstanding, but you should be at least. Obviously, he felt insulted. I think that's normal. You don't need to continue. You know? Nobody did anything to you. I don't know why all the negativity. But I'm definitely losing my focus now. Bishop a6. Wonder if I could pull this off. Stefano 8. Oh my god, he's a minute ahead on the clock. It's a little bit like arguing with my wife. Like, anything I say can and will be held against me in the court of law. Nothing I can say could possibly help the situation. So I could ban somebody, but it's pointless for me to like sit here and try to mitigate, you know. It just gets worse anytime I say anything. Why do I even bother? You guys want to like hate each other, then hate each other. It's not my problem. I give up. Okay, white grabbed the exchange, and I thought this was a pretty cool exchange sack. I'm not gonna try to moderate anymore. But don't have the fight. Have it like privately or something. I have to sit here explaining how someone misunderstands someone else's whatever. Not my problem. And also, I can't control what the others do, so. Looks dangerous. I agree. Stefano plays fast. It's a good exchange target. This is huge. Like, black is almost winning. Maybe winning. Arstefan, just drop it, bro. Like, he misconstrued what you said. Forget it, you know. Can we just stop? You have no reason to continue. It's just no good can come of continuing. But he's a good guy, you know. He's really not because he donated to support the stream. I've talked to him. We did some lessons, much like you. Not a complete stranger. You know, I just want you to know. I'm as hostile as anyone else at times, so I apologize for whatever. But just workplace accident happens. H4, when in doubt. Oh man, I just remembered I ate like a horrible thing for lunch. I was wondering, why do I have this awful taste in my mouth? Green onions. No, he's a good guy, but both of you are sensitive, you know, to be honest. I know, because I am too. We're chess players and we're all fucking crazy. That's the first thing to remember. By default. My inner therapist is coming out. But I feel better now that I have my sertraline. I don't smoke weed, so... Well put, Arsenal fan. Now what? 95? Yeah, Stefano doesn't listen. He just continues to play too fast. This is my biggest problem with chess players. They don't want to take their time. I mean, online chess players. Having said that, I realize this is 5+3 Blitz. It takes years to master like time management for a time control like this. I really thought he would grab my bishop. He found a square for his king. And what's the material? You know, white's still with the flexible pawn structure, but he has a very bad bishop on c1, plus the rooks can't connect. His king at least finds some safety on f2 with a nice move f3, but it's still better for black. King's Indian defense, again, you misunderstood, like most people. He's not accusing, he was never accusing anyone of cheating. He misphrased it. Well, that's what he says anyway. But who's that? Like the Indonesian guy? Dua Kipas? Who is that? Maybe I should take this knight, you know? No knights bouncing around. Still, my bishop's too strong. It's too strong. I gotta watch those white squares, though. Yeah, okay. Well, at least he made that Indonesian lady, I am, like, famous or whatever. It was good for her career. It was kind of disgusting that she played a match with that guy, though. I think it's kind of disgusting that she profited from it. But whatever. Yeah, obviously. Stefano is totally insane. I guess I play g5. I'm tempted to play g5, but maybe I should refrain. Refrain from the membrane. Refrain in the brain. Yeah, 92. Knight h5 loses. So now what? Monster Hunter Wilds. Now I've weakened g5, so I can play e4 and like hit me with that. Yeah, trading in the endgame is I think wrong. It's, I believe, a mistake. King f7, king h8. Where should I go? e5. Dropping the f5 pawn. Allowing knight g3, even worse. Phew, bro. Do I do this? That's nuts. I'm nuts. This is very dangerous. I'm Nimzovich. Oh my god, rook b2. Wow, that defends the e2 square. That's true. But this is like crushing space advantage. Still not so simple. Cagey defense with the rook b2, bro. Oh my god. You're gonna take on e4? That's unbelievable. No way. Allowing mate. You had queen takes. It's not mate, but this is mate. It's cute. Reach out and touch someone. I guess it's more beautiful to mate with the knight. But you had queen takes e4. What's up with queen takes e4? Queen takes e4. He was actually better after my dumb move e4. Oh, knight d5 was the blunder. Okay. That's unbelievable. I'm actually worse. I don't think e4 was right. You know, maybe e5 was wrong. It is the best move, e5, and he finds the best move here. Arsenal fan. Suspicious move encountered. He's well prepared. Rook b2. He finds rook b2 here. It's Reshevsky. He's Sammy Reshevsky, calmly finding rook b2 with 24 seconds on the clock. That's like the only move. And so at this point, I'm guilty of playing too fast. e4 is okay. Here. Is that best too? No. It's up there. Now, it's hard to find the right move. I only have one move, very subtle move, queen e6. It's only one move that leads to a clear advantage. I played like a virtually perfect game until move 23. That's like if I don't find queen e6, I have very small edge. Queen e6 wouldn't even occur to me, except it frees up c4 for my knight, I guess. Alright, anyway. Phew, I'm very thirsty. Got one more round, so try not to kill each other. Just one more round, and the tournament of hate is over. We have a very friendly team here, normally. He thinks he doth protest too much. Yeah. Arsenal fan. Have you actually played physical checkmate on the board against the title player? Sure. I must have. Time pressure, especially. It definitely happens in time pressure, of course. Civil unrest. Nothing major. Totally nothing. Nothing to see here. Just move along. Okay, so we're playing Arena IM, who I don't know. Good luck. I've been playing Knight f3 all tournaments, so I'm not going to change now. Stick to the boring repertoire. Didn't feel like playing. I just didn't feel e4 today. And I haven't been playing d4 at all. So That's pretty much... No, we start... What happened to Butterfly Hunter? Why? Butterfly Hunter? Why didn't Butterfly Hunter play? We need to have our own version of Alligator Alcatraz. I wonder if they'll let me back in the country. This is a weird move. Bishop g4. Very rare. Probably not great, but playable. You give up your late square bishop for nothing. It doesn't make tons of sense. But I'm sure there might be some logic to it. I'm not familiar with this. Bishop g4, bishop takes f3. Yeah, we haven't had any... I've been very chill. We haven't had any knockouts. I could do a Lilienthal like endgame here with bishop takes c6. I'm definitely better in the endgame. I mean, I think it's a solid choice. But it's the last round, I'm tired. You know, let's keep it simple. So, very bad structure. There was a tournament I like a lot. It was like Soviet Championship, 1947, or one of those like old tournaments where Botvinnik played. Here I have even bishop g5. This may be inaccurate though. I wonder. Do I really want to give up my bishop for the knight? Well, it keeps it simple, but I mean, this might not be a good move. It's not a bad move, but it's not clearly a good move either. But at the same time, like h6, is that even a good move? I don't have to trade. It can be a bluff. But h6 will restrict the bishop on g7 even more. Okay, this is combative. Now I definitely want to avoid any sort of tactics. So move my rook. It does weaken their e4 pawn. This pawn is past the point of no return now. I don't know. Everybody has bad days when they're like hostile, angry, defensive. Some of us more than others. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Well, maybe I wasn't referring to you. Did you ever think of that, Arsenal fan? I just moved my bishop unprovoked. It's an unbelievably stupid move. Whatever. See, you're distracting me again. I know you're the center of the universe. I've seen a lot of people with the same personality disorder. You actually remind me of a friend of mine. Well, he used to be a friend of mine. You're not selfish. You're just narcissistic. You didn't get enough love in jail. What a stupid move to play bishop e3 unprovoked there. God. I can't believe it. I didn't get anything for that. Black is sort of almost okay now. So I want to exchange the bishop off? Do I not want to exchange it? I mean, what's the deal with it? Do I put my knight on a4? I don't want to exchange that bishop. It's actually pretty good now, thanks to me allowing e4. So this is getting kind of weird. Black's still not really okay. No, I mean, he was pinned. She. I guess it's, I don't know. In AIM, now we can't tell what sex someone is, what gender. There should be arena WIM. So, is there arena WIM? I'm confused. Are there gendered arena titles? No idea. No. That would be a way for FIDE to make more money. I completely don't understand how they wouldn't have thought of that already. They're pretty good with the money, you know? The money things. The money store. Phil Rizzuto. Ryan Sandberg died. The famous Chicago Cubs. Hall of Famer. He was 65. Fuck. That's disturbing. Ryan Sandberg has no business dying. Ryan. It's a weird name, Ryan. R-Y-N-E. Everybody thinks it's like Ryan. Dude, I was shocked. Not that I'm ever like a Cubs fan. First of all, AWCM would have too many letters. Oh my god. Yeah, this player is clearly KG defensive pro. It would have too many letters. I need to improve my king. What the heck am I supposed to do? Black had like the worst position ever earlier. Whoa, she has an extremely she. Why am I calling her she? It has a flower, so I'm like gender biased. I don't know if it's a he or a she. Does it matter? No. But I don't know what to call them. They need pronouns. That's why we have pronouns, right, Mr. Coffee? In Hungarian, you don't. You know, that's the funny thing about Hungarian. Hungarian doesn't use pronouns. There's no need for people to worry about that. It's very awkward. And Hungarians constantly make mistakes speaking in English because they call everyone they. Yeah. Well, they have pronouns, right? But it's everybody, you know? So when Hungarians speak English, they're all messed up because they don't know what to call people in terms of pronouns. Yeah, it's weird. Hungarian is a weird language. So my opponent here is really, really aggressive. And fast. But the 2023 Chess 960 rating, that's solid. What's up with Rook F8? I need to get my knight closer. Oh, you're gonna play h4 check? Are you kidding me? Is that some sort of trick? Whoa. What's that about? So if you have a flower on your profile, you must be a woman, right? Stupid gender bias. But I just want to know what to call people. It'd be easier just to talk in Hungarian. Let's see. AIM. We won't call them anything. We'll call them AIM. AIM. Black was running h4 check last move. They did a really good job. We'll just call them they. Exactly. They did a really good job staying in this game with a horrible structure for a long time and actually doing it quite quickly. But now I'm kind of having trouble making progress myself. I don't know what to do. Gosh. Oh, a decision. Okay. You decided. It's Geddy Lee's birthday. I'm not a big fan of Rush. He's like 70 something. He outlived Brian Sandberg. I'm probably going to get mated. Black is coming apart now. Wow. So it's a total collapse. Just when you think they're totally collapsing, they don't. Oh, you scared me with that move. I was like, what is that? Alright. Check. There's a check. You have a check. You didn't take it. Now we're winning. The sound. A Rush album, I know. The songs are so long. Oh, I blundered a pawn. We don't need it. Do we need it? Oh no, I was turning mate. Snuggle. I'm gonna snuggle that pawn. They're fast. Sac draw is back. Wow. Vacation. Oh, why did I go there? Rook e7. Wrong square. My bad. I don't think Black's going to be resigning. Oh, man. Yeah, you could resign here. This is cool. Playing for stalemate. All the arena IMs played out till stalemate. I probably will stalemate. I'm pretty tired. So to be fair, it's very likely. Dude, it's an AIM. It's not a real... Am I an IM? Alright. Should I really, like, ban you, like, immediately? Wow, insta-ban. They're asking me if I'm an IM? Are you serious? Wow, that's just this. No, I'm a fake one. I'm just pretending. I've been doing this for like 8 years. No, I suck. What are you talking about? I took away the title like 15 years ago. Now you resign. Why? Why resign now? I have some good numbers. Gold numbers. Oh, the gold numbers. I have gold numbers. Arsenal's really jealous of those gold numbers. So I'm 7-0. Not a very impressive performance today. What happened in the last round? Skaveningen got a bye. That's pretty bizarre, dude. You finished second on tiebreak. How do you do that? You finished second on tiebreak, getting a bye in the last round. That's just ridiculous. Yeah, he lost another game. A Holscher beat Skaveningen. Okay, that was probably a good game. They both seem like good players. Skaveningen gets second with a bye, last round bye. Good for your tiebreaks the last round bye. You played someone who doesn't exist, giving you no tiebreak points. So you're pretty far ahead on the tiebreak front if you can win with a last round bye, tying for second, third. Practicing always with weaker tiebreaks. Holscher with just 4, losing the last round to practicing always. Arsenal fan getting up to 3.5, not bad for just playing 4 rounds. Well, 5 if you count the half point bye. Actually playing 4 rounds with a half point bye. Stefano with 3.5. My last round opponent, the AIM, had 3 out of 5. Remember, guys, do not leave without withdrawing. Adai with 2.5. Coach, new 2.5. Ruslan 2.5. 42 with 2. Acerbate got me a win in the second round. Not a very good one. ITB Veer, Jeroen, thanks for playing. He was out in the last round. And Miles the Miasmic just played 1 game, Reduso with just 2. So it was a small tournament today, guys, but a Swiss, a little bit of practice anyway. I'll be back on Thursday. We're going to be, and thanks for Saxac Draw and Acerbate with the gift subs. We're going to be back on Thursday. Sorry Saxac Draw couldn't play. Mark Rutt, you're like the Dutch Prime Minister? I just picked up on that. Alright, guys, we'll be back on Thursday. Yeah, analysis stream. So, if you are a subscriber or you've been gift subbed, then you can feel free to submit a game to me. I've got no games yet this week. Except for Mr. Slow, maybe. Arsenal fan? I'll see you on Thursday, and I'll take a look at your suggested game that you mentioned. King's Indian Fence. If you're a subscriber, you can join us. You have to be a subscriber. And I don't mean on YouTube. Big money. No whammies. So I was 7-0 today, but I don't feel like it. I played more like 6-1. This was a very standard 6-1 level play by me. Very, very iffy. I was a little tired today. Yeah, but if you subscribe, you can submit games. By the way, sir, in our game, what was the winning idea? Yeah, I don't know. You know, I mean, the computer says you're a +4. You got to get out of the diagonal, and you're winning, like, you got me in a sort of strategic Zugzwang, apparently. But not easy to realize that. I didn't know I was lost. You know, and I've been playing chess for almost 40 years. In order, like, first of all, you have to realize you're better. I didn't even realize you're that much better, you know. Your light square bishop is kind of a ghost piece, so it may in fact lead to a situation where you're worse. Jim is actually in the chat. Jim 884. Jim T884. No, I mean, not many people would realize that white was so much better, according to the engine. The engine has the ability to analyze 20 move deep. So what you're looking at is probably something like a 10 move variation, you know. Basically, I'm kind of in strategic Zugzwang. My knight on e8 was bad, and my king was kind of open, and f6 was a mistake. I felt it, but I didn't think you could take advantage. I was hesitant to play that move. All right, guys, I'll see you on Thursday. Have a great night. Don't be mean to each other. All right? Bye-bye.